Hollywood Hunter is back for a new season as Freddie is about to take on his good friend and toughest client, Darren Newsom. Let's find out what Darren has in store right now on The Hollywood Hunter.
The Harteis Ranch has been evolving for 21 years. And all my dad's visions have pretty much come to fruition, and I've carried it on for my family. Through the process, I've been able to connect with eco cabins, some of the most state-of-the-art eco cabin blinds that are scent-proof and beautiful for every type of hunting occasion with a bow or gun. That's been a great addition for this next year. Buck Forge Oats has been able to really supply us with adequate amounts of seed to be able to really seed incredibly well in all the great areas and food plots that the Harteis Ranch really has. I've been really excited about building out the ranch to be really the lodge for clients, and then the barn more so for the buggies and for the guides.
You can relax up here, this is cozy.
Making it an experience that most places would only dream of, and that is because of the vision of my father. It's the ability to really carry on a legacy and really want to put my heart and soul into it. And thirdly is really let people come in here and experience what the Harteis Ranch is all about. And it's not only a great hunt, but it's so many other pieces, including the food, the appetizers to the main courses to the desserts. As this year's unfolding, I'm seeing how the clients are not only talking about the animals, but they're talking a lot about the food. Come join us, and I think you'll enjoy the whole process. Here we are, Harteis Ranch, and we're just kicking it off. The first blood of the fall. How about it, Darren? I got one of my best friends, Darren Newsom, here from Armscor Ammo. We're ready to go kill something. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm Darren Newsom. I'm the owner of Ammo & More and the president of Armscor Ammunition.
They're in the top few in the country and #1 in Asia when it comes to ammo. As I started really fine-tuning and getting my guns dialed in with their ammo, I was incredibly impressed.
I met Freddie 4 years ago now, become real good friends with him.
What are we after today?
We're after a big buck. Big buck. We're gonna beat what we got last year, aren't we? Let's go do this. So there's some good deer out here. We're hitting it perfect timing. Let's rock and roll.
We went out just to kind of do a pre-scouting, see what was out there, and we've seen a lot of good bucks. This is our 4th time hunting. 2 weeks ago, Freddie was at my wedding. Today, we're killing deer.
We just really bonded. We relate incredibly well. And him challenged me from year to year, being able to try to accomplish almost the impossible on world-class animals in short amounts of time.
Well, in the past, I put some pretty tight time frames. Last year, I think I told Freddie, I have 4 days. He's like, Darren, this is a 5-day hunt. I think we killed on the 3rd day.
You drilled him.
So this year I called Freddie and I was like, what do you think if I show up for 48 hours? You think we can kill a deer? And I don't know if he thought I was serious, but he said, sure, come, let's try it.
I think Darren really loves me squirming.
We'll see how he does under the pressure this time. But over the course of the last 3 and 4 years, I've seen an increase in the quality of bucks, just the way Freddie's managing it, the way they're growing. I've watched bucks from 3 years grow into bucks I'm seeing today, and the quality of the mule deer has just changed, for the better every year that we've been here. I feel even more confident as the place grows bigger and better bucks every year.
A couple years ago, Darren, after learning about my father and me telling stories, he said, Freddie, I would love to dedicate the new trophy class ammo to your father and put his picture on there. And I was just so humbled by that, as that had been dispersed through cheaperthandirt.com and lots of other stores around the country.
That's a good buck. Really long points.
Yeah.
He is, he's beautiful.
We didn't kill anything the first night, so Freddie's down to 36 hours.
36 hours?
Armscor Ammo. Right on target, right on the price. Scent Crusher. Scent off, game on. Rapto Razor takes field dressing to a whole new level. Visit raptorazor.com. Excalibur Crossbows, the most accurate hunting crossbow. ExcaliburCrossbow.com. Keystone Sporting Arms, home of the Cricket, Chipmunk, and the new 722.
Tree Stand Buddy, the quick attach slide mount system for hang-on tree stands.
Ripcord's new Ace Standard with the Firefall design. See the Ace difference. Hollywood Hunter is also brought to you by these fine sponsors. With less than 36 hours left, the Hollywood Hunter better move fast if he wants to maintain his flawless record with friend and business partner Darren Newsom. Let's go!
Darren Newsom, one of my best buddies. Armscor Ammo. What are we doing today?
We're killing a big buck today, Freddie.
How big a buck?
Big buck.
Big buck, okay.
This ranch kind of reminds me of home. I'm from Montana. Just the outdoors, the mountains, paintball, competition, bows, rifles, just everything that I love to do was all here in one place. 5-star accommodations.
We decided now we're gonna kill another buck with a bow because it's the way we do it on the Harteis ranch. Well, he's given me 36 hours to kill this deer, so we gotta get rolling. Get in, Dan. We're excited, we're up early, and we're traveling out in the buggy to just glass a pile of bucks in hopes we can find them.
This morning the weather's perfect. Looked outside, no clouds, no rain, just a real crisp, kind of cool out there, so I knew it was gonna be a good morning.
Look at it, they're already stopped. They think they see him. We got our scouting team up ahead of us. We're sending them a whole nother direction. We have a real big buck tag from last night. We're scouting, and we're gonna try to lay eyes on it. We do our homework. I'm here ahead of time, be able to really glass all the meadows and look at different parts of the ranch and find those deer. So upon his arrival, I knew I was gonna have the buck in mind, and I did.
Freddie had a picture that he'd sent me a couple days before of a buck that, he had seen. Well, I guess you could call it a picture. It was like a fuzzy blur in a phone, but we had some guys with us out helping.
What do you see, boys? You got them? You have them in frame?
No, they're little.
These guys are fired up. They're seeing more deer than I think they've ever seen in their lifetime. I'm trying to get them moving, but they keep stopping to look.
We had them looking for, a couple certain bucks that we had picked out.
We're heading out to the north end of the property because that's where I had spotted him several times before.
We come here with our eyes set on one of the trophy deer. So if we don't see a trophy deer, we're not gonna kill one of the deer. We'll wait till next year. And right off the bat, boom, we see the deer.
Yeah, that's one.
He's headed into the timber a little earlier than we had thought, but he at least was out. We got a quick look at him.
Sure enough, there he is going into the timber. And I thought, whoa, this is too good to be true.
We need to get down to this brush pile.
We sneak up into the timber, and as we sneak up in there, I knew that deer was eventually gonna walk by us because he didn't have a clue. The wind was perfect. And as that deer started walking toward us,
we're going in and out of the timber. The deer's going in and out of the timber. We're just trying to get an advantage.
We're hopeful that we can get this thing done.
We've seen the first 2 deer come through the opening. The buck coming to the open broadside. I'm getting ready to pull my bow, and I'm waiting for Freddie to tell me the range.
And I'd be darned, even the Hollywood Hunter can screw it up. That deer walks by us at about 50 yards, and I'm saying about 50 yards because no one knew how far it was, because my rangefinder did not work. Battery was dead.
I don't want to vomit. I apologize. That's really bad.
And the deer gets by us, and he goes, "What happened?" I said, "I don't know."
I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
So, the world-class guide that I am has a rangefinder that does not work this morning. That's my bad. If we don't kill that deer, I owe you one. Keynote of the day. Always put a new battery in your rangefinder at the beginning of the season. That's pathetic.
We knew we could probably get another opportunity at the buck.
The deer's going into the timber. I knew where he was heading. There was a bench there where we could get around him.
We had to really get in front of him quick. So we went, pretty fast up a hill, trying to cut him off.
We went up there, set up, waiting, and sure enough, here he comes popping up over the hill.
These big bucks, sometimes you get one shot at them. In fact, Freddie told me we might only get one shot at killing this buck, and I'm hoping this isn't my one shot.
We'd be lucky to even see him again.
A buck in their sight, and time is running out. Darrin has his eye on the prize and his hands on his bow. Will this be the first year Darrin leaves empty-handed? Let's find out.
We knew we could probably get another opportunity at the buck.
The deer's going into the timber. I knew where he was heading. There was a bench there where we could get around him.
We had to really get in front of him quick. So we went, pretty fast up a hill, trying to cut him off. These big bucks, sometimes you get one shot at them. In fact, Freddie told me we might only get one shot at killing this buck, and I'm hoping this isn't my one shot. They can get into the woods and, you might not see them for 3 or 4 days.
So they're being fed around this hillside. We're gonna go back to the buggy, regroup, and get out and try to do another stalk.
Here at 9,000 feet, it's good to be able to cut a little distance with the buggies. So we did that. We wrapped around the hill. As we got a little bit closer to where I thought he'd be, we jumped off. We ran up the hill a little ways further and got in position.
This is gonna be tough.
We got up the hill, Freddie's like, right away, there he is.
It's 50 yards. We can try to cut him off, but then I want to let him go if we don't. Our buddy, he's right up here. Come on. There he is. Right here.
Now we're within 35 yards.
30, 35.
Darrin shoots. Oh, right away.
You hit him. A little back. Yeah, you mid-bodied him.
I knew he was hit a little bit back. It was good on height, but he was about a foot back.
That was quick. Oh my gosh, that was really quick.
I had to take a quick shot because the buck wasn't going to stay long. This was the 3rd time we had put ourselves in front of him.
We're gonna get that deer. I mean, he just went right in there and he slowed up. That's 3 encounters on this deer in one morning with a time restraint of 24-hour hunt, or 36 hours? 36.
Next year, 24.
How do you feel? Good. All right, so this all happened so fast.
The blood was all over the place. I knew even though it was hit back, it was not gonna go far.
Good job, bro. Man, that was tough.
We were gonna have to give that deer some time. So now it's retrieval time. We come back, got breakfast, got our act together, and heading back out to get that big buck. Just really proud of Darrin. What a great day, great hunt.
We snuck up to the edge, looking around.
As we proceeded through there, we didn't find much blood, not much at all. But we knew he couldn't have been far. So we kept searching and searching and searching, and all of a sudden, I spotted him at a distance.
So we come around this corner. I just spotted that deer. Well, you picked your screw up from earlier.
Bring on the challenges, buddy, because it seems like you can't stump me.
One thing I noticed with hunting with you, Freddie, I get trigger happy. I thought I had a gun, so I shot pretty quick.
You sure did. You ran up that hill and shot it like offhand like a gun. It was almost like a crossbow. He goes, phew. Last year you killed an awesome deer. This deer's even bigger. Harteis Ranch? Yes!
Darren was proud. That was the biggest deer he's ever taken in his life.
Each year I've grown. Now I know Freddie is going to say, Darren, at some point that's going to stop because you can't get bigger and bigger forever. But it just goes to show you on this ranch, you can improve with patience.
Just brought down a 200-inch deer. I want to welcome you all to hunting season with the Raptor Razor knives. I'll tell you, it makes our lives so easy. So we get the deer back to the barn and get out the Raptor Razor and we just go to town on this deer. That easy, my friends. Started using them 2 years ago. And I was like, I gotta meet these guys because this is such a unique approach to skinning and it takes about half the time. And you don't cut meat either. You know, it's real clean cuts.
The best part about this is Freddie skinning it.
So Darren graciously donated the meat to our ranch managers here.
We're gonna donate the meat once we get it cut up to the caretakers here because they really like mule deer, and I'm gonna be back for an elk hunt. I don't really need the deer meat, so we're gonna get it cut up and get it in the cooler.
Armscor Ammo. Right on target, right on the price. Scent Crusher. Scent off, game on. Raptor Razor takes field dressing to a whole new level. Visit raptorazor.com. Excalibur Crossbows, the most accurate hunting crossbow. ExcaliburCrossbow.com. Keystone Sporting Arms, home of the Cricket, Chipmunk, and the new 722.
Tree Stand Buddy, the quick attach slide mount system for hang-on tree stands.
Ripcord's new Ace Standard with the Firefall design. See the Ace difference. Hollywood Hunter is also brought to you by these fine sponsors. Sometimes the hunt is all about the wait. And this time we're in it for the long haul, as the Hollywood Hunter searches patiently for the perfect buck.
So we switch roles. Darren's now my guide.
Hunting on the Harteis Ranch for years, I'm pretty spoiled. I've killed 3 bucks over 200 inches with a bow, and I've got to a place where I don't shoot trophy deer anymore. I shoot more management deer. So I had been really combing the property to try to find that perfect deer that I'd want to bring home that would be great for television, that would look good on the wall. After combing and combing, I saw dozens and dozens and dozens of bucks. But there was only one that was really impressing me. And that was a deer that had 20-some points. Young deer, but one of the coolest deer I've ever seen. Let's go get a closer look. I'm pursuing that deer and it's a great buck. I draw my bow and hesitate. I was at a place where I was in limbo. Should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? And we kept going. And I kept creeping a little closer and having an opportunity and not taking the opportunity, and him getting a little further and him not giving me an opportunity. Come on. And then, you know, me eventually bumping him out of that area.
Can't get him every time. As you can see, they're wild animals. We just couldn't get close enough. It's too crunchy in here. So we're not gonna push him any further.
So I was a little frustrated because, number one, I was mad at myself that I didn't make a decision. And when you're going out after a deer, you should make a decision if you're gonna bring him home or not. I built this urge inside of me that I had to have him now. Now that he got away, now I have to have him. So the pursuit was on. After having that opportunity, and I know I could have brought him home, we're gonna go out and we're gonna see what we can do. We got a couple hours to do it. There's guys who would love to shoot a 180-inch deer or a 200-inch deer, but it's very unique when you start shooting deer that are very non-typical type bucks with dozens of points and trash everywhere, and just have so much character, because you know in your lifetime you'll probably never take one similar to that ever again. I've been very fortunate. I've shot some great deer in my lifetime. I've got to a place where I don't shoot trophy deer anymore. I shoot more management deer. I want other people to have opportunities. I want guys and gals to come in here that say, you know what, I've never taken a great animal, a mule deer, and for me to be able to have a deer like that coming up through the ranks. I finally spot the deer that I want. As I creep in on him, he gets nervous. The last evening of my hunt, and the deer's getting further and further away.
Last evening, last light, great management deer. As you can see there's a lot of bigger bucks in the bunch. Great deer. last evening. I needed to get a buck. I don't like eating tags. Right here.
Before you know it, we get in close enough to get a shot, and as I'm drawing my bow, and he walks up to 18 yards, and I get an up close and personal look at this deer, and the first thing I thought to myself is he needs another year.
Yeah, he's such a small bodied deer. I think he has great potential. He's just not that old.
I looked at that deer and I said, if he can get one more year under his belt, he's gonna be a world-class animal. Now we're at the end of shooting light, and I just come to the conclusion it's just not meant to be. So it isn't always about the kill, it's about just being out there with them. We just know what we're creating here. It's a machine, and it's producing lots of great deer, and we just really need to help them all get a little bit more age.
The management that Freddie does here on the ranch, just the way he take out bucks that just aren't genetically going to ever produce, just everything you need to manage, Freddie has done it.
And that's really what I pride myself in, is being careful of what we harvest and what we don't, and making sure that the people come in, they get more than what they expect.
Closed captioning has been brought to you by Armscor Ammo.
I had an individual come in here from the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation and said he hasn't seen a place like this that has the quality per acre that we've been able to put together, and I'm humbled by that. I hate to see Darren go, but I know he's going to be back soon. We have a rifle hunt for a huge bull elk and his crew coming in with Armscor, and till then, Darren, we'll see you soon, buddy. So what an incredible start to the season.
Yes.
To be able to kill a 200 class deer with Darren, man, it can't get better than that.